Okay, so years ago, we're talking like over probably 22 years ago, I was training this Irish gay guy. Let's call him Riley, because that was his name. So I'm training Riley one day, and you gotta understand this. Riley was the first openly homosexual dude around my age I had ever worked with in my life. And out of nothing other than just sheer interest in him as a human being, I asked him, I said, well, when was the first time you realized you were gay? And he got pissed. And he looked at me and said, well, when was the first time you realized you were straight? And the problem is I'm so screwed up in the head, I remember the exact moment when I knew I was straight. It was years, and I was a real little kid. And my parents, I think it was a drive-in theater they took us to go watch the movie Grease. And even as like a little kid, I knew there was something wrong with this movie. Like, this movie sucks. Like, just to make a long story short, because I can go on and on about Grease for like hours. I remember looking at the screen and like half the people in this movie are older than my parents, but are still supposed to be in high school. And after like an hour and a half, I was like, I had enough of this. So I go to sleep in the wheel well of my dad's car. And that scene at the end of the movie comes on. You know the scene I'm talking about, right? Where Olivia Newton-John walks out, and she has that leather jacket on, and the bad girl cigarette, but she only takes a couple puffs, so you don't have to worry about secondhand smoke. And she's got on those shirts I love, the shoulderless shirt that she has on, and those pants. She had on those pants. And I remember I was this little kid. I looked right up at the screen. I was like, that is awesome. And the reality is, I didn't know what was inside those pants. I wouldn't even know what to do if I had what was inside those pants. But I knew I wanted what was inside those pants. And I remember Riley was looking at me. And there was like two thoughts I could tell going through the guy's head. Number one, this guy is either a psychopath, or two, he is literally in his own bizarre, socially dysfunctional way trying to find out more about me as a human being. So he hedged his bets and he said, you know what, Shank? When I first saw that movie, I knew I could wear those pants. And the thing is, if this was just a matter of, Shank's first love, his first crush had passed away, that would be sad to me, right? A person's sexuality is a big part of who they am, and she was a defining moment in my sexuality. But what you need to understand is she was a lot more than that. I mean, she was beautiful. She was Australian, and she was incredibly talented. But Olivia Newton-John also donated millions and millions of dollars of her own money to make the world a better place. She donated thousands and thousands of her own hours to raise tens of millions or more dollars to make the world a better place. The tragedy here isn't that Shank's love was lost, first love was lost, but that the world lost a decent human being. That's what really is tragic here. And I'm going to make like Dolly Parton and Whitney Houston, and I'm just going to say to Olivia Newton-John, wherever you are, I will always, always love you. And I hope wherever you are, you rest in peace. And that is my Olivia Newton-John tribute video. Thank you.